Here we go. Oklahoma versus Michigan has a great sound to it. Two legendary programs with a long list of achievements. But somehow, this is just the second time they've collided on a field, and the first since the 70s. How cool to see these two uniforms together on a field. And welcome to Sooner Nation and the Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Street. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Sooners will kick this deep to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Heavy pressure, he lets it go.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. He dumps it off to the tight end. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Gets made on the out route. Here he goes. That gain enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Fights off a defender. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call in this screen play. The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. The ball is caught. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Looks right for a quick completion. And the Wolverines pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. Now this is the 8th play in this drive. 1st down. We're going to throw the football. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. He escapes the pocket. Breaks an open space. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. The RPO clock to the right. Touchdown, Michigan. That's how you finish a play. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Thomas. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into.
Breaks into the clear. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, Oklahoma has had their run of quarterbacks and receivers in recent years, and we know they can throw the football. But anybody goes back to Barry Switzer and Bud Wilkinson, you know that Oklahoma is all about.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
And sack sets up 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Park over the middle. It's Sategna. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs, and also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
And that punt carries into the end zone, so touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from that 20-yard line. Looking to throw it on first down. He makes the grab. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm. Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
completion sets up a third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Short throw complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a first down. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. He'll hand it off. Short gain, but it's going to be the final play of the first period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
We'll see what he can do with the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Hand off to the back. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball under the 36.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
That one moves the ball across the 40.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pass rush closing in. Pulls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Chris, anytime a receiver runs around, he's looking to create separation for the quarterback to give him a nice target. That's always what you're going to see anytime you have a successful route. What we just saw here, complete opposite. They're lucky that ball was just knocked away.
They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. The Sooners will try to keep this drive moving. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lets it go quickly. He's got it with room to run. Touchdown, Sooners. They connect for 6.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fights off a defender. And they tackle him for a huge loss, 9 yards behind the line. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down. The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute timeout. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He's got a first down and more. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback drops back. And the flag flies as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. And looking to throw now on first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Great patience here, great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
Locates the tight end. It's complete. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
The Wolverines looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. On its 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Nowhere to run up the middle.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about 3rd down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe holding the 3 points.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left, perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle. Is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They get the second half started with the running play.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The freshman shows inexperience, like he didn't get intercepted. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here to the right. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Grab down the middle. It's Thomas. They've got him at the 48. That's a first down.
Well, there he is again. Another nice completion to this slot receiver, and he picks up the first down. You know, there's so much attention on the outside wide receivers, but if I'm trying to defend this offense, I'd be worried about those one-on-one matchups on the inside against this slot receiver.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw again. Bringing pressure. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. And the Sooners will crank up the tempo. Trying for a 4th down completion. The pocket breaking down. Oh, no, trap him back there. A 4th down stop and a sack, no less.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Now here's the toss play. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Pump over the middle. It's Morgan. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time, or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off, and at least picked up some positive yards.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, they come out in that nickel package, and the move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin at their own 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Gets the first and still running. The Wolverines moving quickly down the field here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He escapes the pocket. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Oh, what a grab! The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines! They couldn't stop him there.
You know, sometimes you just have to feel sorry for the defense. You've got everything covered. The backs, the receivers, everybody's accounted for. And here comes the tight end slipping out and taking a short pass to the end zone. Great play design by the offensive coordinator to give the big guy a touch and get him into the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Thomas. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Hand off to the right side. That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
And the quarterback dropping back. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Now they pull out the screen here. I like the call on third down, but let's give the defense a lot of credit for being able to recognize that and bring him down short of the first down. It's all about timing and execution.
He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid game.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's running out of time here. He'll try a pass here. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They stop him, but this offense is threatening now at the plus 43. The Sooners look to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making some changes at the line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Tegna. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
The Sooners with first and 10 here. Looking for a receiver. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
It's intercepted. Threw it across his body.
Well, desperate times call for desperate measures, and down a couple scores with just minutes remaining, the quarterback here tries to do too much, forcing it to one of those vertical routes.
Leaning on the run game here late. Nowhere to run on that play. It got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Swarmed by the pass rush. He's sacked.
Third down and long, and they go play action. Puts the quarterback in a tough spot by taking his eyes off of the coverage. Now, I get that it can maybe help the protection, but here it did not, and now you have a sack.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The Sooners offense is back on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Fires it to the left side. And he throws his third interception of the day. He could go. Inside the 40. Past the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense contributes 6 points.
Chris, how about the safety here just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed and the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
Point after, up and good. And here's the return from inside the 5. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. They'll run it here. He shreds the tackle and is brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in a game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
Receiver in motion now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Prescorn. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create...
Touchdown, Wolverines! They continue to roll up the score.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.